It's deja vu here once again as we restart this WarCraft 3 matchup. Kumaivs versus Fly all over again. Thailand versus China. Now, the reason the game was restarted was because the map version of Null Wood was actually Reign of Chaos and not the Frozen Throne. Luckily, we weren't that far into the game to really see that much of a difference in the results of the game. And ironically enough, our starting positions, although they've changed from the top now to the eastern side of the map, aren't much further apart at all.
Yeah, which again probably helps the human player. Very, very close close positions here for those tier 2 pushes. And it looks like that would be a fountain of health in the middle there. So that has changed. I'm not really sure who that helps, but now it's definitely, if you win battles, you can run back to that fountain and heal up. If you lose them, then you can't really use that tool. So it definitely helps whoever's leading at any point in the game.
Yeah, it may actually force some additional control in the middle of the map, because if you do control that and you have the benefit of being able to use that fountain of health to instantly heal your units back, you're not using potions, you're not spending gold. If you're Night Elf, you're not using your moon wells. So I would expect that throughout the course of the battles here on Null Wood that we'll actually see a lot of battles take place over that particular location. Now, we did see we're going to have the exact same heroes that we had last time. Kumai as human in the blue will pull out the will pull out the Archmage, as Fly as the Orc in the purple at the 4 o'clock position. He'll be bringing out the Farseer. So no change in heroes. It is business as usual between these two players.
Yeah, there was one thing. The human went, Kumai went with the lumber mill early. He also did that last game, but you don't always have to do that as a human player. It just lets you tech faster, because you can mine wood significantly faster with that.
We also saw scouting once again in the opposite location. Blue player will send his scout counterclockwise, while purple player Fly will send his scout clockwise, and they will meet up eventually, and they have no idea just how close. Now, we do see Kumai actually towering up here, something that he hadn't done earlier in the last matchup, trying to offer a little bit more defensive attacking from his base. And we're going to have the creeping start here, and it will start with the Archmage of Kumai. He's going to have a couple militiamen and a few footmen join in on the fun. And then, of course, we have the Spirit Wolves coming out here with the Farseer. A Grunt has joined in the party as well. And we do have Kumai in the red booth, Fly in the blue booth, and we are now underway officially with this restarted WarCraft 3 matchup.
Yeah, they are creeping very, very close. Well, once Kumai's done with that first green creep, he should come over here. There he is now. He is seeing Fly creeping, but not too much should happen there. Fly's probably going to run back, try to creep somewhere else, as they don't really want to fight early.
And the armies are going to meet up with one another just outside the base of Fly. Fly has the ability to just return back to base, and of course being closer to the base means that those grunts that are being produced will certainly join the army a little bit quicker. So this time Fly is actually going to give chase here to Kumai. Kumai, his Archmage, as well as 2 footmen are going to head back in. Now that scout tower is not done constructing. In fact, it looks like it's being upgraded to a arcane tower, and that may have been bad timing here. Had this attack or this push started before that tower was upgraded, he might have had some additional defense. Now these wolves are going to get stopped in here, but they're going to expire as well, as 2 more are summoned, and it does not look like we are going to see. Well, Fly may decide to go ahead and be consistent with this attack here. He's now moving just out of position of the main base. 3 footmen now for the human player Kumai. And do you think it was smart for Kumai to put those towers up in his base?
Well, 1 tower up is definitely fairly common for the human player. What he's scared of is a Blade Master from the Orc player can just dominate peasants early. Then when you lose all that wood, you can't put up all the tier 2 buildings which you need. So now Fly's backing off, creeping more. He knows that tower's probably finished, so he will back off. And on the other hand, Kumai's going on the offensive here. He'll probably try to go in maybe for some burrow kills.
and he is going to catch a grunt that was on his way, rally pointed to the hero of Fly, and that grunt is going to come back while we see Kumai actually creep this area just outside these easy creeps, just outside the base of Fly. Now, Fly is making his way back. He might stop here by the Fountain of Health before he goes in. I don't think that grunt may be surrounded here if this footman comes in and completes the hole here. It looks like there's still one hole there, but this grunt is going to go down, and that will be basically a free kill there for Kumai, some extra XP, as he not only takes out these grunts, but we also got a level 2 Archmage now. Finally, in comes Fly, and he is going to try to block off, he steals away that last creep. And I thought he was going to go after the footman, but he let those go ahead and retreat. We got a bestiary coming out, and also see, nothing new. Lumbermill did go up, and the arcade tower is finished. So the Archmage returns back to base, and both players knowing exactly where one another is. They want to get some early harassment on, but I feel like they're kind of just testing the waters a little bit.
Yeah, you see three ivory towers purchased by the Archmage. Those when you build those just build into straight up scout towers, and he also purchased the Fire Lord there. This will be a very early tier 2 push. I haven't seen any arcane sanctums from him either, so he just could be trying very, very early tier 2 push here.
And the Fire Lord coming out level 1 is going to get a little bit of damage there on his opponent. I got a question for you, Steve. How much are those ivory towers? Like, in the grand scheme of things, is that a smart economy move?
Those each only cost 30 gold and 20 lumber. So buying three of them really doesn't cost anything for him.
Okay. And here we've got a whole lot of footmen now from Kumai making his way in. At the same time, we got Fly trying to return back to his base. Firelord will summon another minion here, and with the archery. Oh, we are going to have a push coming up here right now. And what will happen here is Fly realizes what's going on, and they're going to instantly be upgraded to the scout towers. We got 3 now in operation here, and it's all going to be up to Kumai to find out how well can he defend those towers and keep this Orc army away from him. I do see some Bat Riders coming out, or some Wind Riders, excuse me, coming out as well to help for the aerial. And the second hero is the Tauren Chieftain.
So Wind Riders coming out. Those things dominate towers. Also Shaman coming out, which can purge summons. With those summons out, the human army has no anti-air, so those Wind Riders should dominate this if those Shaman can have the mana to take out all those summons. And those towers should be up fairly soon, but there's really not much of an army left here for Kumai. Those Wind Riders can take down towers awfully quickly while they're still going up.
Yeah, Kumai has just a couple of footmen left. In fact, that Tauren Chieftain is going to go up. Scout towers are up. 2 of them completed. 1 of them about ready to pop. It's going to go down by those Wind Riders.
Fire Lord's very low.
And the Fire Lord is going to go down. He is not saved. All of the footmen and the Fire Lord have gone down for Kumai. He did successfully get this push up. We will see the peasants now working on some additional towers here to try to keep this force back. But you mentioned it, Seed. There's just not that big of an army for the human player Kumai. I feel like the Orcs are going to have no problem getting rid of these towers here inside their base, and it is going to set back Kumai a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Kumai built any arcane sanctums, which is what he needs for his tier 2 buildings, and if he hasn't, this is basically game over here. He also needs some anti-air for these Wind Riders, so he is definitely hurting big time here, and that push is completely gone.
And right now, I would say that Fly has a very eclectic army of units. He's got a couple Shaman out. Wind Riders are out as well. He's chosen Tauren Chieftain as his second hero. And right now, in the base of Kumai, it's like there is no army present. He is pretty much a one-man show right now with that Archmage. We do have, I guess, about 5 footmen that have come out there, and we do have the Fire Lord back up, but he's level 1, and I have a feeling, especially with these air units, that he is going to suffer some major casualties once again. He's going to send in those Spirit Wolves to block off and maybe even trap the Pit Lord here with his own units. At the same time, we're going to have those Wind Riders going after that Arcane Tower. Another tower is up and being constructed, but this may be it. See, this may be GG.
Yeah, there is a Griffin Aviary there, so Kumai can pull out some Dragon Riders, which would counter the Wind Riders there. I just don't think he has time to pull anything out here.
I also don't think that he has enough of an economy to really do that. Obviously, we're not any sort of expansion stage right here, but he did spend a good amount of money trying to get those towers up in the base of Fly. So here we do have some air units coming out. Kumai knows that it is just too much, and he must say GG. Fly stops the push, the human push by Kumai. He comes right back and immediately goes after the base of his opponent. How smart was that for Fly? He knew that the door was open for him, right? He stopped the push. He knew he could go right in and finish the job.
Yeah, basically, when that push fails, it's basically game over. The other player has to do something really, really great to have any chance after a failed push like that.
All right, well, it was a great matchup there between Fly and Kumai. Kumai looking very strong, but Fly just looking a little bit stronger. We're going to have another matchup coming up here in just a second, and we did have that match restarted there because of the map change from Reign of Chaos to the Frozen Throne. But Fly did come out on top against once again showing that China is definitely becoming a very dominant force in the world of WarCraft 3. You had Sky first, and now Fly coming out there. Nice win by Fly. And here we go. We've got Grubby versus the Muslim coming up next for the Group H of WarCraft 3 up on stage.
To win, playing heart to heart, face to face. The challenge of a lifetime stands before us now. Beyond the gate, through the portal.